Once upon a time in Louisiana, power brokers and politicians met regularly at the old Capitol House Hotel, located just a few blocks away from the state capitol. Originally named the Hotel Heidelberg in the 30s, the name changed to the Capitol House after a new expansion. But the address of 201 Lafayette has been dormant for decades. That's about to change when the Hilton chain of hotels plans to reopen it in 2006. And there are plenty of people who are just dying to get out of their rocking chairs and see this building come back to life. Somewhere in time, memories from a Baton Rouge landmark hotel and a one-chair barbershop in Donaldsonville weave together. Paul Emel Jr. has worked 2 jobs since the Truman administration, cutting hair at his barbershop for nearly 6 decades and working as a bellman at the Heidelberg Hotel. Back in the day, Paul's customers would include Earl K. Long, big band leaders, and Jack Dempsey. Now, he's left with the likes of Gus, Lester, and Clyde.
The day they got haircuts look like a rat nest. Them haircuts they put out today. Looks like some rats got loose in their hair.
Cut back to 1947 when Paul returned from the war and traded out his Marine uniform for a bellman's coat.
Oh, we had a good time. It was good people. We had fun over there.
The story to follow of the Heidelberg Hotel and Capitol House, however, was not so great. The once proud flagship hotel of the capital city sat abandoned for decades and was the subject of some preservation efforts that fell short. That is, until June of 2004, when plans were announced to restore the hotel. The Capitol House and Heidelberg Hotel is scheduled to reopen in June of 2006 in most of its original splendor.
I think it's a part of the heart and soul of Baton Rouge, and so therefore I think it's very important to save. The history and character and charm of it, first of all, it'll be the only hotel on the river with a river view. And those things, I think, add to the appeal. People want to be in a hotel where Huey Long was, or John F. Kennedy was, or Fidel Castro. So I think there's this charm that goes way beyond the location.
The Heidelberg House was the legendary home base to Louisiana politics outside the state capitol. Huey and Earl Long made the Heidelberg part branch office, part retreat and hideaway.
I didn't see Huey Long, but they had a place where he used to stay up there, which I never got to see because nobody knew where it was. But I did see his brother Earl Long when he was inaugurated. They had at the Heidelberg Hotel.
Some say the ghosts of Huey and Earl still lurk among the shadows and broken glass of the old building. Bob Lemoyne is the project manager of the renovation and took us around for a private tour.
Actually, the lobby was a little bit further here, but at one time this was used as part of the lobby. In the later years, it kind of changed over. You can see some of the 50s style architecture that was used back then. This was the grand ballroom, I guess you would call it, of the Heidelberg. It's the very top of the Heidelberg. It's the highest point you can get on a floor in the Heidelberg, other than the very roof itself.
Bob, it's just you and me now. We lost the rest of the group, so
yeah. Well, I
lead
think
the way to Huey's tunnel.
I think perhaps the rest got scared to come across Huey down here. Here we had the entrance of the famous tunnel that goes under Lafayette Street and across to the old King Hotel. You know, we can just imagine all of the deals that were cut in this area. Of course, you know, there's been a lot of rumors that from people who've been in this old building after it's been abandoned, that you can down here you could actually smell the cigar smoke from time to time down here, and that on the stairs that they've seen shapes of a white suit. But again, I've not been privileged to see that.
You haven't seen any reminders of Huey so far?
Unfortunately not.
Well, the exciting part about this project is that we'll be able to bring back a lot of the amenities that were in the original design of both the Heidelberg and the Capitol House. We'll have the new grand ballroom that was built when the Capitol House was put together. We'll have the historic ballroom that's on the top floor of the Heidelberg. And we'll also be able to recreate a lot of the features of the original lobby of the original Heidelberg Hotel as well. And then probably one of the best kept secrets in town is the pool deck, which is on top of the parking garage, has an awesome view of the river and West Baton Rouge Parish. It'll be going back with a pool and a pool deck and it'll be a great component of the building as well.
Our rooms, I think, the rooms were $3.75 for a single, and a double was $4.50, and a suite was $8 to $12 a piece. And I passed by the hotel, and I said, boy, that thing bring back some memories to go there. We done good. Our average tip then was a quarter, was the average tip.
Tips have now turned into tall tales, some of them by Paul, some from his loyal customers.
I saw Jack Dempsey too over there. I roomed him when they came down to Baton Rouge, and I roomed him, and he used to tip $2 bill. So I made him, when he tipped me a $2 bill, I asked him to sign it. But, you know, I made a landing with Jack Dempsey in the Pacific during World War II. We landed on Okinawa. He was in the fourth wave, and I was in the fourth wave. And I spoke to him, and I asked him when he gave me that $2 bill, I said, how about autographing it? I loaned it to my little brother to show the kids at school, and he spent the thing. I could have killed him, man.
At age 79, this former bellman, now barber, just might rush back into the past and visit Baton Rouge when renovation to the Capitol House and Heidelberg Hotel are complete.
I tell you, I just pray the Lord I'm still here. I'd be lucky if I'm still here. Yeah, I would sure like to see that.